Hey guys, it's Will You League here, and today I will be giving you another sort of instructional video, more like a definition video, not really instructional, more just defining things. So, last video I talked about peeling for supports. Today I want to continue on that and give certain examples on why it is so much more important than just going all out and using your CC on a random AD carry or pretty much any squishy on your enemy team. And sometimes it is better to do that rather than peel. It is situational. I do go into ways you can decide or choose whether to peel or not in my last video, but in this video I simply want to talk about mainly just more reasons why peeling is so good, certain scenarios why it's much better, and more instructions and details about peeling that you may find useful. So, have you ever been in this situation? You are a tank, such as Olaf. You are pretty tanky, so you can sustain quite a deal of damage, but you can also deal quite a deal of damage. And say a 5v5 fight is about to break out. You guys are down mid, neither of you have any buffs, but you guys want to fight. So you guys go around, throwing out pokes for the first 4 to 5 minutes, maybe even less. And then all of a sudden, someone initiates or something goes down, and the fight breaks out. Well, immediately you burn your ultimate as Olaf, and you start rushing towards their AD carry. And you get straight into their team. They blow a lot of CC on you. Maybe they don't even blow any CC at all because they know you're Olaf. And you get to their AD carry. And then they use their summoner spells or whatever spells to get away from you. But you keep chasing, you pop your ghost, and you deal a bunch of damage. And miraculously, you manage to kill their AD carry from almost 100 to 0. Say maybe your Graves ulted and his ult magically managed to cleave a little bit of damage off their AD carry, but you finished him off. And you're looking pretty happy, but you're down to about 30% HP because all the other enemy champions have dealt damage to you. So you run back and you get back to the rest of your team, and you realize that their Akali, who is semi-fed, got to your AD carry immediately and bursted him down from 100 to 0 much faster than you killed their AD carry. And on top of that, with her cooldown refresh, she was also able to take out your AP carry, leaving you with just you, Olaf, and 2 other of your semi-tanks. Your jungler, Jarvan, who's pretty much built completely tanky. You, Olaf, who is top. And you have your support, which is Alistar. And despite him bursting a lot of CC, he's pretty much dead too. So you can't really do much, so you start to run away. Your teammates start to run away, and you all pretty much die as they chase you because the rest of their team is up and they have a fed Akali. Well, this is a clear example of when you should have stayed and protected your AD carry rather than rushing in and trying to assassinate theirs. Now, why is this the case? And how on earth can I tell whether to peel or try and assassinate? Well, first off, I would like to note that those are not the only two options. You could have tried and just attacked their front line, or you could have tried for their AP carry. But that would be considered under assassination, and attacking their front line is often not the best because oftentimes they are pretty tanky as well. Well, the main thing, there are quite a few factors, but the main thing you should realize is you have to look to see what kind of champions they are running. If they're running someone like Akali, who may or may not be their AP caster, then you should be sitting there and peeling, especially if you are a tank and you have a assassin on your team as well. Now, for a list of assassins, you can Google them, but again, like my last video, I will list Akali and Talon and Irelia and Katarina as some examples. Assassins are pretty much champions whose abilities pretty much force them to build complete damage and be used in a way to pretty much burst vital squishy champions such as your AD carry or your AP carry from 100 HP to 0. 100% HP, if you guys were confused. So, just to recap, the way to decide whether to stay and peel for your AD carry or go ahead and pretty much assassinate theirs or tank instead and fight and move forward instead is, one, see if they have an assassin. If they do, you usually want to stay and peel. 2, see if your team has an assassin champion. If you do, you want to stay and peel. The reasons for both of these is this: if their team has an assassin, it's much easier and more likely that your AD carrier will be assassinated very quickly. If that's the case, you want to peel for them and protect them, because you yourself will not be able to kill as fast as them. Another reason is because if your team already has an assassin, then 2 running straight out for their AD carry or AP carry will not in effect help at all, because you have less people there or anywhere close to your AD carry to protect them. Because if you'll notice, if you try and assassinate someone, you're probably going to run far away from the fight, because their AD carry will use all their escapes to get away from you, especially if you do lots of damage and are assassin role. So those are 2 reasons, or 2 things to look for. And then the third is probably just whether or not your AD carry or AP carry is someone with a lot of escapes. So now let's get to peeling. Peeling, if you don't already know, you should probably watch my last video for the basics on what it means. But essentially, your goal is to protect your AD carry at all costs by peeling away any enemy champions that come near. Similar to how in American football, certain football players are designed to peel for their ally football player with the football. So if you are Olaf or any tank or even the support, you want to use all your spells to peel. In order to do this, it's pretty darn simple, and what you have to do is pretty much stay back, maybe stay towards the front lines if you're the tank like Olaf, and then just wait and maybe attack their front line, but most of the time you want to wait, and sooner or later their assassin will step forward and they will go on to the closest squishy they can find. At that point, immediately you want to burn all your spells to kill the assassin, or at least CC him down to prevent him from getting anywhere close to your AD carry, and if possible, killing him or preventing him from dealing any damage to your AD carry. Now, why is this so important? Well, one, they are designed to take out the squishies in a fight immediately. Why is this so important? Because if they take out the main damage dealers, then all that's left are mild damage dealers and / or pure tanks. Tanks are good for simply just tanking for the AD carry. If there's no AD carry, then they are nothing more than meat shields that are waiting to die. More often than not, an assassin will have a guardian angel, or will oftentimes go in knowing that they will die for your AD carry. Oftentimes this is a good trade because despite them dying, their AD carry is still up, which means that their main damage source will oftentimes still be up. Especially with a guardian angel, they will be reborn, and by that time their AD carry will have wiped out your tank and meat shields. And if not, it has become a 5v4 situation, or if even worse, a 5v3 or 5v2. With their main damage source still up, they will most likely continue fighting and will eventually kill you guys, despite you having tanks, because your tanks will deal no damage. This is why it's so important to stay and pretty much peel and protect your AD carries rather than rushing into a fight. So I hope this has been informative and useful for you guys. If you like this video, please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys later. Like and upvote this video if you please. Thank you.